Okay, I'm going to try to make this video short. I apologize for my horrible sounding voice. I've not been feeling too well over the past couple days, but I'll just dive right in. Over the last couple weeks, my activity on YouTube is not the most vibrant as some of my contemporaries, but I've noticed a disturbing trend among some of the apologists that I once considered to be incredibly bright and looked up to, and that is the fact that some of them are ascribing to Sede Vacantism. I will now allow for a facepalm. And the reason why I'll allow for a facepalm is because Sede Vacantism, well, in and of itself, Sede Vacantism can be somewhat necessary. If the claim is made that the Sede Vacantis, if the claim is made that the chair of Peter is vacant, or Sede Vacante, if that claim is made, it must be immediately substantiated with some sort of viable documentary proof, or it must be discarded. And this is the problem that I see with the modern Sede Vacantis movement. I want to pose this question to the modern Sede Vacantis movement, and that is, if Sede Vacantism is true, if Benedict XVI, John Paul II, John Paul I, Paul VI, if they're not real popes, but they're anti-popes, I would love for you to show me where the real lineage of Peter went after Blessed John the 23rd. I would really love to know this, because as a Catholic, this would be absolutely fundamental to my belief in the Church and in the lineage and succession of Peter's office. Because here's the thing. True, there have been anti-popes in the history of the Roman Catholic Church. I should say the Catholic Church in general, not just the Roman rite of the Church. But here's the thing. While there have been anti-popes, at the same time there have been publicly made known legitimate popes who hold legitimate apostolic succession. This is an irrefutable fact of history. However, in the modern Sede Vacantis movement, I don't see any credible, viable evidence that there is a legitimate line of apostolic official descent from Peter that deviates any from the line that we see today at the Vatican. And no, I do not accept the self-purported claims of people who say that they're the true pope, despite the fact that they have no documentary evidence from a group of legitimate cardinals that elected them. Here's the thing, and it brings up one more final point that I want to put to the Sede Vacantis, and that's this. At the end of the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus says, "Behold, I am with you all days, even unto the consummation of the world." Now, that means that Jesus is going to be with his church, because after all, he says in Matthew chapter 16, "You are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it." Now, here's the thing. If we are to accept the modern Sede Vacantis claims of no patron supremacy in the current Vatican and for the past few popes, and we can't establish a legitimate, real papal line, what this means is that Christ is not really with his church, that the heretical, Satan-inspired church has taken over, and the gates of hell have truly prevailed against the Catholic Church, and that totally, fundamentally contradicts Matthew chapter 16, verses 18 through 20, and that calls Jesus a liar, and that we might as well, if that were the case, we might as well all be Protestants. Because there's no reason to believe in any kind of authority, apostolic or whatnot, because obviously, if the Pope who's the Pope now is not the Pope, and we can't substantiate who the Pope is, then the line will be broken forever. And Jesus lied to his people. God bless you, Benedict XVI. Thank you very much.